The psychology of money, why we think about wealth the wrong way. Money. Some have it, some don't, some master it while most are still chasing it. We often think of money in terms of numbers, spreadsheets, calculations, and equations. But the truth is, financial decisions are rarely made with logic alone. They happen at dinner tables, in moments of fear, pride, and ego. The reality of money is not just about math, it's about human nature. And if you want to master money, you don't need to be a financial genius. You need to understand your own behavior with money. This video is inspired by The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, a book that uncovers the strange human side of wealth. Let's dive in. Every person has a different relationship with money, and that's because no two people grow up with the same financial experiences. Think about this. If you were born in 1970, you saw the stock market explode in your early adulthood. You probably trust investing. But if you were born in 1950, the market barely moved during your formative years. Your instincts might tell you investing is a waste of time. Some people fear inflation because they lived through periods of extreme price hikes. Others barely think about it because they've never experienced it. Your financial mindset isn't just shaped by what you've learned. It's shaped by when and where you were born, what your parents believe, and the experiences you've had. That's why people make money decisions that seem irrational to others. But here's the truth. No one is actually crazy about money. They're just making choices that make sense based on their own life experience. The power of compounding, often referred to as Buffett's secret weapon. Warren Buffett is one of the richest investors in history. But what if I told you his real secret isn't just skill, it's time? Buffett started investing at age 10. By the time he was 30, he had a net worth of $1 million. But here's where things get interesting. $81.5 billion of his $84.5 billion fortune was made after his mid-60s. Why? Because of compounding, the ability for money to grow on itself over long periods. Let's put this into perspective. If Buffett had started investing later in life, say at age 30 with just $25,000, his net worth today wouldn't be in the billions. It would be around $11.9 million, which sounds good, but it's 99.9% less than what he actually has. Compounding is the ultimate wealth-building machine. The earlier you start, the more time it has to work in your favor. Why we love financial pessimism. Here's a strange thing about money. People love pessimism. Bad news spreads faster than good news. A stock market crash makes headlines instantly, while a slow, steady rise barely gets noticed. Think about it. Over time, economies grow, businesses innovate, and wealth increases. But when a financial crisis happens, people panic. They assume things will never recover. The truth? The world moves forward. It always has. It always will. So the next time you see a doomsday headline about money, ask yourself, is this an exception or the rule? Because history tells us that optimism, while sometimes boring, is usually right. Luck, risk, and Bill Gates' 1 in a million chance. In 1968, there were 300 million high school-age students worldwide, but only 300 of them attended Lakeside School in Seattle. Lakeside was the only school at the time with a computer available to students, and one of those students, Bill Gates. That early access gave him a head start in programming that very few others had. Even Gates himself acknowledges that without Lakeside, there would be no Microsoft. Now here's where the story takes a turn. In that same school, there was another student named Kent Evans, just as smart, just as ambitious. But before he graduated high school, he tragically died in a mountaineering accident. What does this teach us? Success isn't just about hard work, it's also about luck and risk. Gates got lucky. Kent Evans wasn't. This isn't to say success is just luck, but luck and risk are two sides of the same coin, and ignoring them can lead to either overconfidence or unnecessary fear. The hidden secret of wealth. It's not what you think. What's the real goal of money? Most people think it's about being rich, owning a luxury car, a big house, designer clothes. But that's not wealth. That's spending. True wealth isn't about what you see, it's about what you don't see. It's about the financial freedom you've built up in savings and investments. The guy driving a Lamborghini might be drowning in debt. The person in a modest car might be sitting on millions. The difference? Self-control. Wealth is built by what you don't spend. It's saying no to unnecessary upgrades, to impulse purchases, to the pressure of showing off. Because every dollar you keep is a dollar that can grow into more. The real price of wealth. People want wealth, but they don't want to pay the price for it. And no, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about volatility, uncertainty, and risk. If you want to build wealth in the stock market, you have to accept that sometimes it will crash. If you want to start a business, you have to accept that you might fail. But people don't want to pay that price. They try to time the market, buy at the bottom, sell at the top. They panic when things go down and bail out too early. Here's the truth. Wealth isn't free. Just like climbing a mountain, there's no easy path to the top. You have to be willing to endure the climb. Knowing when enough is enough. Most people think they need more money, more success, more recognition. But when is enough enough? Look at Bernie Madoff, a man who already had millions but wanted billions. He resorted to fraud and lost everything. Or the billionaire who keeps grinding long past the point where they need to. The hedonic treadmill is real. Every time you reach a goal, you push the next one further. If you don't define what enough looks like for you, you'll never feel satisfied, no matter how much you have. Final thoughts. Money isn't just about numbers, it's about human nature. We're shaped by our experiences. We underestimate the power of time. We fear loss more than we celebrate gains. We overestimate our control, and we assume wealth is what we see rather than what we don't. But if you understand these things, if you recognize your own financial psychology, you can make better decisions. And in the long run, that's what really matters. If you found this video valuable, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Thanks for watching.